Hi, Lions. It's Miss Sanchez here. We're doing our second spelling session for Unit 1, Week 1, focusing on our short vowels. So, what I want you to do is kind of think about what we talked about last time when we talked about our short vowels. So, first of all, what are our five vowels? A, E, I, O, U. Those sounds are a, e, a, Those are our sounds. So we are going to work on sorting our spelling words, or some words that could potentially be our spelling words, into the correct category, kind of like how we did with the game on the last video at the end when we had to sort each word into the correct column depending on which vowel. So we are going to practice that today. So you can either get this paper ready if you have it, or a pencil and paper, and you can follow along with me while we do our sorting. All right, Lions. So we are going to work on this today. Like I said, if you don't have this paper with you, you can just grab a regular paper and pencil and follow along with me and write them in your own columns. So we are going to start by looking at the words and reading them. So if you're trying to decode them, and if it's a word that you're not sure about, remember to break it up into one or two letters at a time and focusing on if it's a blend, if it's a digraph, or if it's a short vowel sound, and put it all together. So let's do the first one. This is full at, flat, grim, pull, plot, some. We're going to read the rest of them. Left, shelf, plum, cash, mill, gym, crunch, dock, blot, wealth, bell, odd, bluff, band, build, hint. So if you can remember from our last video, there are some blends and digraphs in some of these words. Like flat, we have the FL blend, or grim, we have the GR. We also have some blends at the ends, like our ND, and our digraph TH, and we have a few doubled consonants. So for mill, we have two L's. Odd, we have two D's. Bluff, we have two F letters. Remember, if you see a letter twice, you say the sound once. So for this one, we're not going to say bull-f. We're going to say bull-f. It is a double consonant. You write it twice, you say it once. So let's work on numbers 1, 2, 3. We're going to go all the way to 16. So we're going to work a little quickly. So make sure you keep up. Get your pencils and paper ready. I want you to review these words again and make sure you can kind of sort them out in your head already as to what short vowels each word belongs in. Okay, so we are going to look at the categories that they have for us right now. So we have A, E, E spelled with EA, I spelled with UI, and I spelled with Y. So remember, these are short vowel sounds. So this is going to be short I, with two different spellings. One spelling will have the sound with UI. Another one will have the sound with the letter Y. So let's listen closely to our words. Remember, it doesn't always matter how it's spelled. It matters how it sounds. So let's go through some of these words. For my short A, starting with our first word, flat. So I'm going to click on my pencil. You can use your regular pencil if you have one, and I'm going to write my word flat. All right, and then I'm going to cross that one off. I am done with it. What are some other short A words that you see that can go on our short A line? So I'm going to go through each one, see if I can find another one. Oh, here goes another one. Cash. So that has our C, our short A, and our ending digraph S, H. Excuse my writing. Doing the best I can here. All right, so I'm going to cross out cash. I am done with that one. And I'm going to go through each one to see if I can find another short A. They gave me 3 lines, so I should have 3 words. And here goes my third word, b-a-n-d, band. Like you can have a resistance band if you're working out, or if you're starting a singing group or a rock band. This is how you would spell that word. And that has our ending blend, nd, band. So I have all 3 of my short A words. All right, so let's go to our short E words. We're going to do the same thing. Short E says eh. So our keywords would be elephant or egg. And make sure you're making that funny looking bass. I call it the bunny nose. That helps you figure out whether or not you're making the correct sound for the correct letter. So right now we're looking for short E, words. So I'm going to look down my list. Nope. All right, I have an E word here. Now let's see if it makes the sound. I have left. Yes, it does. Let's write it in. And listen to how I'm breaking apart each sound so I can make sure I'm writing everything correctly. Left. Crossing that out. I am done. All right, let's go to the next. Right here, next one. Shelf. So let's listen to that again. Shelf. Or if you want to just split it in half, you can say elf. Shelf. That is another short E word spelled with just an E. So I'm going to write my beginning digraph, and then my ending sound, elf. Shelf. And then I'm going to cross it out. I am very careful to go one at a time and cross them out as I go so I don't accidentally cross out something that I still need. All right, I have 1 line left, so that means I should have 1 more word with a short E. I'm going to go through, one letter at a time, All right, so I have wealth with an EA and bell with just an E. For this section, it's short E spelled with just an E. So I'm only going to use words that have just E, nothing else. So I will be using the word bell. So you have to make sure you're paying close attention to exactly what the directions are asking for. They wanted short E words that had just the E, nothing else. So that would be our word bell. Now, let's go on to short E words spelled with EA. Now, we just got there. We were here at wealth. So let's tap that out. F. 4 sounds. Wealth. Wealth. So even though it has that A, we are focused on that E sound, the short E sound in the word wealth. So this would be the same letter combination we would use for the word health or stealth or head. Those would all include an E-A short E sound. What other words can you think of that would have a short E sound with E-A? Hopefully you can come up with some. All right, so let's go cross that out. Our next one, short I spelled with U-I. So it's going to have a U-I, but it's going to say the sound I, I. So here goes an I word, but it does not have UI. So I'm going to continue to look until I have UI. I'm paying attention to the directions because it tells me exactly what to look for. I'm looking for a UI right here. All right, let's tap it out and see if it has the correct short I sound. B, I, old, build. Let's do that again. B, I, old, build. That's it. So we are going to write our word build. That UI has the short I sound. B, I, old. Make sure you're breaking these words all apart so you can hear every sound. I'm done with build. I'm going to cross that out. All right, and our next word is short I spelled with Y. So we are looking for a word that has the I sound but uses the letter Y. So again, I'm going to go back to the beginning. Here goes an I word, but it doesn't have Y. I'm specifically looking for words that have I, the I sound with a Y. So another I word. Oh, here goes a Y. Let's see if it has that short I sound. I. J, I, m, gym. Now this one has the soft G sound, so it actually sounds like a J. Now we know our G usually says g, g, but sometimes it'll say the soft version of its sound, which is J. So this would say J, I, m, gym. So we have our soft G, our Y giving us the short I sound, and M. All right. Let's go on to short O. Our short O is going to say ah, ah. That's easy to remember because your mouth makes the shape, ah. We're not looking for any other letters. It's going to be short O using an O. So I can go through, boom, and quickly find some. Pull, ah, t. So I have a beginning blend PL, pull, my middle sound short O, ah, and my ending sound T, t. Pull, ah, t, plot. Crossing that out because I don't need it anymore. And let's just do one more O. This one is pretty easy. You guys can figure these ones out. We'll do blot. So I have another beginning blend. Bull, ah, for my short O sound. T, blot. So again, bull, ah, t. Or you can say b, ul, ah, t, and break it all apart. Either way, you get the correct word, blot. Like an ink blot. If you let your ink pen stay pointing on one piece of the paper and the ink starts to spread, you can say that's a blot. All right, so you can look through. I'll let you guys do these on your own and figure out what our other short O words are. So now we have short I and short U. We are going to go through these pretty quickly because now it's just short I spelled with I and just short U spelled with U. So that would be M for our short I spelled with I. M. All right, and one of our U words, just to give us an example, would be right here in our first column again, some, some. So another thing I want you to do is pay attention to what your spelling skill is for the week. Because if you hear the word some on a spelling test, you could easily write the word indicating that you would like an amount. I want some cookies. I had some water. But if you know you're focusing on short vowels, that will help you think about exactly what they want you to do. They want you to say some, s, some. All right, fourth grade, I will let you fill in the last few words. Again, this should be super easy because you have just short O with O, short I with I, short U with just U. We went over some of the different ones, and I want you to keep those in mind when you're taking your spelling test later this week. Am I using short vowels with just that letter, or is it a different vowel blend? Am I using a Y? Am I using UI? Am I using EA? A good way to practice those skills is to read a lot and write a lot, because then you can kind of remember exactly what the words look like, even if you haven't spelled them in a long time. You can say, oh, I know when I'm spelling the word wealth, that actually has an EA in it. Or if I'm talking about building something, I'm going to use UI, not just the regular I. All right, fourth grade, I hope you had a good time practicing these spelling sessions with Miss Sanchez. I will see you next week for Unit 1, Week 2. Bye.